And here we are again.
Yes, we are.
Richie, have you ever answered the eternal question of why?
Yes, I believe that we are going to talk about future comics stuff coming out in 2026 even.
Oh, you're just going to skip over the whole existential crisis of that and just go straight into
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was saying, though, the whole why. Why do we live? Why do we do these things? Why are we here?
Oh,
Eternal answers in life, things like that.
no, I'm focusing on comic books at the moment.
Comics are all about today, right? Nothing else.
That's correct. That's
No
what I have to focus on. Yes.
We are here. We are here for the final order cutoff. We are here for an easier week.
Yes.
So a little lighter. We talked about this, and when we get to the holidays like this, the schedules get really wild and crazy when it comes to all of the possible shipping dates and pieces like that. So some of the things that would be the correct amount of time out from right now, we've already ordered.
Yeah,
we already did it. We got ahead of the schedule. We're there. We're committed.
Mm-hmm.
And that today, so as an example for today, would you like to review, take the first 10 minutes and review every DC comic available?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we're done.
Yep.
So
well done.
Yeah.
Good job, team.
DC's doubled up their previous weeks and all this, so we don't have anything that we have to worry about for ordering for DC and all this. It's not a bad thing. The books will still come out, but we can highlight a couple other pieces and spend a little bit of time and maybe even not have a full 30-minute show. We just we'll fill it with whatever's necessary and play it by edge. So what you got?
All right. Well, let's talk about a few independent number ones to start off with. We have, let me pull up because I kind of took notes.
Nice. Way to be a thinker.
Axicab is my first one.
Is that Antarctic? Yes, it's Antarctic
so.
Press. Yep.
This is a new number one. And I want to say Antarctic Press is just kicking back up. Are they part of the Massive thing?
So, yeah, we've gotten Antarctic Press back in line now because of the transition. They are underneath Massive Publishing, so that's how all that stuff's getting into Lunar, and we have full access to all those things. If you'll see, like this is inception of publishers and creators because you have Lunar distributing Massive, who's distributing Antarctic, who is doing this Nelco Comics.
Yeah, there we go. Yes. After all that's said and done, the story is about it. It just really does scream like Indies Grit to me. It is a mentally unstable taxi cab driver who has a demonic taxi cab that has decided to take justice into their own hands. So it's going to be gory, crazy, absolutely insane, and a perfect indie comic to highlight for pre-order.
Yeah, A and B covers there. I think that the B has a special treatment to it. That's why it's a little bit more for the other one there. But Antarctic Press is getting a lot of things back going. We haven't seen issues of Ninja High School in a while. Tomorrow Girl's actually catching up 15 and 16 here. So, like there's lots of pieces kind of getting smoothed out in the final parts of this transition.
Yes. Then we can jump over to Keen Spot, which their new number one called Club Zodiac.
Yeah.
It is behind the groundbreaking Latina universe La Brava. It's an all ages myth story about kind of magic. If you really liked K-pop Demon Hunters, I think that this is a comic book version in a more Latin skin for the same type of storytelling. Small group of friends and a kingdom trying to protect from a cult and attackers. So all ages, seems like a really cool, fun book for anybody in the family. If that's interesting, I'd pick that up.
A couple different variants there. They do, because of the way it's more of a limited thing, so they have that $100 metal like Dynamite does. And the holofoil is also automatically priced up, but it is open order. It does say allocations will apply, but I would think at this point in time, if we order, we should be getting it.
Since we're still on Keen Spot, I wanted to take a look at one of the variants. I don't know what's going on. I haven't read about it, but that Pecos Spill variant feels like it's going to be one of those underground pickups that people are going to want. Has some sort of angry Mickey.
And it's got a style there that,
Yeah.
like somebody should be able to recognize, right? I mean, somebody's
Yes.
going to feel familiar too, like
Yes.
Black and White Rain with the red writing and all this. Like,
Correct. It's like a Sin City version
yeah,
of Steamboat Willie. I
Potsy
think
even down here says after Frank Miller down at the bottom. So
there you go. But either way, that's a really cool underground spot. I think you should pick that bad boy up. I guarantee that will sell out. Moving over to Ignition Press, we have Bloodland #1 by Clay Moore. This is your political drama mixed with wartime, mixed with vampire hunter. So it's got a lot of things going on in one comic book. It looks very interesting. I think it's going to be high drama with a little bit of thriller. I wouldn't call this gory. I'd call it thriller. And it expands on political protections and pursuit of land ownership through the historic European vampires and the United States of America today.
that is certainly plot jambalaya.
Yes, correct.
You're just throwing it all in, and we're going to see where it comes out with.
So that's interesting. I think it's a good idea. Again, Ignition Press has impressed us with their releases, so should be a decent one.
This cover art here is your interior artist. So if you want a little bit of preview about what you're kind of expecting and all this, I would expect something along that line. The covers are a little bit more polished, but it still gives you a little bit of a feel.
Excellent. Moving on, we will go to Dark Horse Comics with Witcher Bloodstone #1. Witcher comics are always popular, and they always sell out, and then it never fails. A month after they're out, someone comes and asks for it. So I want to make sure that everybody that is savvy enough to watch us is make sure to pick it up, so you are not that person trying to find it a month later when it is gone.
It is typical for us to stock just about the A on this one. So this is the time to speak up, raise your hand, and grab onto a variant if you were looking for that. These types of books sell pretty decently on the A's for us, but sometimes the other variants lag behind. So we keep those pretty tight.
And then we will move over to, that was Bloodstone. We'll go over to Marvel with 2 #1s.
Marvel. I remember one of them right off the bat.
The first
probably
one,
alphabetically the second one, but
yeah, I have Inglorious X-Force #1 is our first one.
That's the one I couldn't remember right off.
Yeah, Tim Seedy and Jordan Bloom bringing together our new version of X-Force with some really nasty characters in it. I think these guys are going to be a bit violent. Based off the name, I think the point is to be Tarantino-esque and kind of over the top, aggressive, and looks like it's going to be a blast.
Well, when you throw Cable and Boom Boom in there, like you've got the foundations.
Right.
We've seen Archangel, especially this kind of Death Angel version in previous Uncanny X-Force, but now Helverine, and I believe this is the first time Helverine's coming to a team for X-Men. I think,
especially for X-Men. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, it's only been solo type stuff, but not in the X universe yet.
And I think, he was part of like the Spirit of Vengeance for a minute, but
yeah. So you've got that, and there are several different options for variants on that looked pretty okay. Let me get right back to it because I'm going to get there for the other #1, the one I did remember the name of. But Jason Burrows, Francisco Mana, Clayton Crane is continuing that. And if you've seen the past weeks of the Clayton Cranes, we're expecting that to have the full Clayton Crane dress on it when they finish it up. They specifically say it's not the final trade dress. The art will be there, but they're going to redo that a little bit there. So
Excellent.
Gable's definitely walking around with his big gun style on this one.
And then the one you remembered, because there are some amazing covers on it as well. We have Rogue #1.
I would put this up for the make a choice of the
Yep,
week
I
kind of
agree.
idea. Because your Nakayama on your A is going to be strong, not a problem at all.
Fine, yeah.
But tell me which one you have to kick out of bed with Gear Hero, Kevin Wada, Lyrics, and Scotty Young.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's pick your favorite. Good
it's
luck, Rogue
landing.
fans.
And there's a 1 in 25 in there that I just saw the art on too that will be good when it comes in for the rack.
So from there, we are going to finish with our #1s. But I did think, because of the Scotty Young variant there, if we would filter our Scotty Youngs, because he does have 3 variants this final order cutoff.
Scotty.
Wanted to highlight all of them for all of my Scotty Young followers.
It's pretty great here in all this. He's taking on Fantastic Four, taking the stab of Invisible Woman with Malice, which was a absolutely fan favorite Marvel Rival skin. Gunslinger Spawn 50 is hitting its big anniversary and has some monstrous stuff going on there. He's got a great, the rootin' tootin' shooting version there, and then the Rogue that we had seen.
Yes. All right, that will conclude that. I have a couple variants I wanted to highlight. One more Marvel, which is the Marvel Rivals variant for X-Men 24. It is a wraparound cover with our Rogue and Gambit team up. I think it looks phenomenal. I think it's going to be pretty big, and I wanted to highlight that.
This is big art from the game because we're in the season here where Gambit has just joined us. Rogue is right around the corner, and they turned around. This is in-game art from that. So that making it as a cover is pretty amazing.
And then I wanted to bring attention to, of course, from Boom Entertainment, Hello Darkness.
I'm so surprised you.
I know you were shocked, but it is a small week, so I wanted to highlight all the goodness. Really great horror cover by Jenny Frisson. Hello Darkness really does have, I think, the best artwork from Frisson currently, because she kind of steps out of her box of silhouette portfolio photos and goes into real creepy, disturbing type of views. So.
Well, and it works really well for the color palette that she likes.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah,
those soft palettes make it just almost Jock-esque, but it's well done.
Yeah, really strong for that. Some other decent ones there for Hello Darkness there. And if you try to Hello Darkness and enjoy it, because again, it is kind of more of an anthology book, the trade paperback 4 is also on FOC here if you'd like to catch a little bit more of your horror if you hadn't been following it month to month.
Absolutely. I brought 2 hardcovers, and these will be the final things that I have for today. The first one is going to be from IDW, and it's called Pig Wife by Abby Luck. This is going to be a little like really shocking horror kind of thriller base. I don't want to say it's like gory at all. It's more like what's behind that corner style of storytelling. It's basically someone's gifted a house. Underneath that house is a labyrinth of horrors, and they have to kind of survive that concept.
All right. It is a single volume, get the whole kind of story there, $34.99 for that. Due out mid-January for that.
And the final one is a reprint that I'm very happy we're getting a library edition of, from Dark Horse Comics, called Reborn. This is Mark Miller, Greg Capullo's excellent work of a story of our mortality and where we go from the great beyond. It is not what it looks like, but basically the small step is when you pass, you are actually thrown into a full-blown D&D style fantastic fantasy level war. And it is really, really interesting. It was a small book that I think we all fell in love with here at the store. Capullo's artwork is insane. Mark Miller always takes it to that extra level. And just a wonderful book that I think, especially with a library edition, you're going to really see those highlighted skills that Capullo brings to the table on this.
So if you guys haven't seen, like in the past, Dark Horse's library editions, like say Hellboy is a great example. They are large, oversized format. You're getting a better look at all the art and the details and the intricacy, which is something that Capullo plays in quite a bit. There's not many times you can find a panel that Capullo takes off. So you're going to get an extra of that, and you get the complete epic here of Reborn. Mark Miller has been moving his stuff around. He is now with all the Miller World type items are coming out through Dark Horse now. So we're getting reprints of some things that we haven't seen in print for a little bit. You may remember, like this was originally Image. So there definitely this has been released. There have been other versions, but definitely not at this size and scope.
There you go. That is everything I brought to the table today.
I was trying to think if there was anything else. Like you said, it's kind of a lighter week, just because we've loaded up on so many other things. I can get to the Gunslinger spawns for sure. This Daredevil Punisher has been taken off very well. That's there. Die Loaded, obviously stay on that. If you
that Marguerite Savage art is insane. The Amazing Spider-Man has a ton of great variants, including the Liber Mayho that's been fire.
But here's your Gunslinger spawns, the Puppeteer Lee and the main cover by McFarlane. There are some wild ones out there, but we're not going to be reaching up to 250 or 1,000. There's a lot of talk on the internet about the 1 in 1,000, which is each one is individually hand sketched by McFarlane. So you're getting original art on that. That's pretty great. He's done that on several of his Milestone editions, but to get to 1,000 buy on that one, it's pretty tough. That's kind of a very specific.
Speaking of that, you want to look at Massive Publishing's Pin-Apocalypse trade paperback?
Yeah, I did see that one in here, and I was going to come back to that with it in the trades. Just doing the quick flip to make sure I didn't see this, but Pin-Apocalypse here. So this is how Massive Publishing does their trade paperbacks here. The main cover here is going to be the one that stays in print and has plenty of it available. This is your initial release, the Shabina cover. They're only going to print 2,000 of them. It may be allocated if more than 2,000 get ordered. It's not likely, it is just still a trade, but we should get in what we order on that, but then it's going to be gone. You won't be able to turn around, and they won't continue to print this cover. So the main one would be continue to be in print. So if it's something that you're looking for, this is the time to grab into that number one there. But I think we pretty much covered the rest. Like I said, it's small enough. I had several Spawn comics, several comics that have been ongoing that are doing very well.
A lot of great trade paperback collections of some comics that have been around for a minute. Tex Arcanium, Stranger Things, Hawkins 2, the Star Trek Lore War just coming out as well.
We could always talk about Transformers, but most people who are into Transformers are on Transformers. Definitely check your variants to see if you need, say the DWJ or the Jorge Corona there. I know that when it hits the rack, I know that's when most people are grabbing into them, but we always seem to be sold out, by midday the next day. So I always am concerned about the people that ended up missing out. And again, good. There was 2 Joe Mad. No, it was just I guess it's just 1 Joe Mad on this one here with the X-Men of Apocalypse for that one. So you should choose up for that. But plenty of things that so even a light week, there's plenty of things to read and to take a look at there. Go to the website, iwantmorecomics.com, click on shop, and the final orders due. All of these are available to order until 6 o'clock tomorrow night. You can also order unlimited copies. If you turn around and says, hey, that's really, really hot and I really want to get multiples of that one, we're at the pre-order stage. That's allowed right now. After the pre-order stage, that's when it's a no-no, because we like sharing with everybody as opposed to just letting one person hold all the good stuff. But that's what we got. That's the fun to be had this week. And we will turn around and catch you back on Tuesday when we really do the new release show, and on Wednesday for the stream sale.
That is correct.
Thank you, one. Thank you all for showing up, and we will talk to you soon.
See you on Tuesday.